君の相手はできないんだ。
それはつまり、その方がクラーク様のお相手ということですか？
すまない。
それでは、私との婚約は？
そういうこと。
泣いてると思った？まさか。やったー
！I want to escape from Princess Lessons episode 1. Well, my friends, that is it. It's a wrap. It's the season. Our main character, Letitia, she escaped Princess Lessons and she's about to go live her life in a villa among the sea. Well, really, though, I kind of really feel like at the end of episode 1, I really do feel like we got a, not glimpse, because I don't want to say that, but I do feel like we got a kind of like a season's worth of story, right? Like, she basically got, like, kidnapped as a kid, got put into this really horrific, horrendous situation, especially for, like, you know, a 7-year-old, 8-year-old, whatever she was. And that horrendous situation is just kind of being drilled into being a princess. Princess lessons, dancing, tea, eating, proper etiquette, dancing, tea, politics, dancing, tea. Like, so it's daunting and it's sad and it's awful and it goes against her nature. It goes against her personality. It goes against anything that she wants or desires because that goes out the window. So I love that by the end of episode 1, we were able to see the fact that, oh yeah, she did in fact escape. Things just worked out for her that way, and she was able to escape the Prince Clark, I guess you could say. And it wasn't even him. It's more or less she escaped the situation. Now, I'm going to praise the anime because I thought this was a really good episode 1. I really enjoyed it. I would think I would slap an 8 out of 10 score on it. I think this is going to be a really good show this season. I will admit, I didn't laugh at all, so it definitely wasn't comedic in any way, but it was engaging, it was entertaining, and I was all for kind of the story that it was telling. So for those things, I'm all in. Now, of course, I can fault some stuff, and one of the things that I would fault kind of like straight up is there was 2 EDs. So the episode ended, let me try and get a timestamp for you guys. The episode, to me, officially ended at around the 20-minute mark, right? Like right after the 20-minute mark. And then from around the 20-minute mark, 20, you know, some odd seconds, the ED ran to, and I guess it was kind of a glimpse into what we can expect. The ED ran to about 21:53, so almost 2 minutes the ED ran. And then we got a second ED with the actual credits that ran all the way to 23:35, and then we got a preview, I guess, a glimpse of next episode. So we basically got about 4 minutes worth of ED. So 4 minutes of just wasted time, to be honest. Of course, if you're looking in and you want to like get, you know, a glimpse into what's to come and stuff, which we can already assume by the preview, you know, by the episode preview, you know, of what's to come, which is basically this Prince Clark guy. Just like Letitia has another side to him, and he actually really likes Letitia. But it's going to be one of those situations where he likes her for her, not her for who she was. But then it's kind of like, well, you're a piece of doo-doo. You know, you're a piece of crap because this whole time for the last 10 years, you could have saved her from this horrific life that she was living, this unhappiness. He has, as Prince, he has the power to have intervened. But for a decade, you did it, and now you want to go because you've lost her and she's living a different life. And she doesn't care about you, the kingdom, whatever. She's like, go have babies with other people, run a good country. Like, yo, peace out, F you, dude. And because of that, now he's going to go after her, which, you know, is going to be the, you know, the charm or the thing that we're going to love or hate about the show. So, you know, there is that very much. But I did not like that we got 2 EDs. I was like, that's a waste of time, dude. Outside of that, though, you know, I do really like, you know, the fact that, you know, she went through this torturous thing as a kid, and it was very sad, you know what I mean? And you have to imagine at some point in history, things were kind of like this in a sense to where marriage partners, especially in nobility, are really not scheduled, but like predetermined really early on. And, you know, the kids like her have to suffer through kind of like becoming what could be expected of them. And it's like an awful life to live as a kid. Like that's like the opposite. It's the antithesis, the anti. It's the, you know, the villain in a kid's story arc. You know what I mean? Like how unhappy this breeds the kind of children. Even if their adult brain can understand it later on in life, it's still one of those things that it's just horrendous. And for her specifically, like I mentioned, a couple minutes ago, it goes against her nature. Like she's not this prim, proper princess. She is a boundless energy and, life-seeking and adventurous and just like everything that a prim, proper princess really is not. So I love it. I thought it was really, really good. I thought it made a really good impression. Now, this is definitely going to be one of those shows that, first off, it's not going to be for everybody. It's either you're going to vibe with it out the gate or you're not. So let me know in the comments if that's, if you're vibing with it or if you're not. And let me know why if you're not. And let me know why if you are. And then the second thing, there wasn't any really comedic value here. So it didn't really have, there was another anime we watched a couple of days ago, one of the new ones for the fall, which was I'm Gonna Marry the Girl I Hate in My Class or something. That one is still romance, right? But that one specifically, it has charm in the animation. It has charm in the really bombastic animated moments. And when I say animated, I don't just mean drawn, but when they have the characters represent feelings, really big feelings in really animated ways, physically animated ways. None of that was here or present, nor was there any comedic values to it. So if you come into an anime knowing in most of these villain animes or even these romance animes, a girl is a princess or she gets stuck or, she finds a beast dude or a beast dude finds, a princess or a girl gets reincarnated or whatever, there typically is a lot of comedic value, a lot of funny moments. Now, I don't want to write this off. Obviously, there won't be any, but if there was going to be some, I think episode 1 should have found them. Now, you could find some humor in the way that she reacted in the ball. You can find some humor in the way she kind of told the purple girl, thank you for taking my suffering away and this ball and chain. You can find humor in it, but I don't think there was any really ha-ha moments in my personal opinion. So that's kind of why I'm sitting around 7.5, 8 out of 10, somewhere around there. I would give it an 8 out of 10 just to be really gracious. If I had to sit here and really think through, take some more time and think, maybe it'd be about a 7 or 7.5. But I still think this was a pretty good showing for an episode 1, and I'm very interested to see what comes next. Obviously, the next thing is this Prince Clark guy. Is it just going to let her get away kind of thing? And it's going to be, what about the purple hair girl that is his new fiance? How does that play into it? You know what I mean? You can't have your cake and eat it too kind of thing, for the princess part. Why is he going to go over her so feverishly? Was he in love the whole time? And then the whole thing that I mentioned, right, is the fact that he had 10 years to save her and intervene, and he didn't. At least that we know of yet. That has been represented in episode 1. So if he didn't, I'm telling you, if I was her, I'd be like, yeah, F you, dude. You didn't, you had a decade to help me and you didn't, you piece of crap. So we're gonna see what ends up happening. But anyways, thank you guys for joining me on episode 1 review of How I Want to Escape Princess Lessons. I enjoyed it. I'm vibing with it. Hopefully it keeps this entertainment value that it's had so far to me in episode 2, 3, 4, and beyond. So we'll see what ends up happening. But I'll see you guys next weekend. Have a good one. Peace.